then we have questions about this.
Vera, we're live. Fair enough.
I don't have
So we are live, but we're gonna keep taking a little break, okay?
We're just talking about.
5 more minutes.
Okay, thank you.
You don't, they filled it out already, you don't do anything.
We just do the water on the tide. So right now, we're doing.
Sample date and time, Thursday.
Yeah. That is it. What is that? Is that from the here? Is that, yeah. This is your hand.
Okay.
Sarah has good cookies.
They are, huh?
Yeah. Well, I'll still look. Yeah, once I thought I was ordering 3 dozen, I ordered 9. How did actually you go from 3 to 9? From the girl that was selling them for Nickel. I thought I was ordering 3 dozen, $10. You got your envelope? I got 9 dozen.
Holy stuff.
When you make banana bread, let me know.
You make it to peanut butter?
Yeah, but I haven't got some of these. I got the bananas if you got the stuff.
I use bananas, the flour, the sugar, everything. Not make me some.
I got the eggs.
Must have been a cat. Nothing I've seen out there.
There's nothing up there.
What do you hear?
Welcome, everybody. We're going to start this City Council meeting for Tuesday, September 28, 2021 at 7:02. Please stand for the national flag.
Ready? Begin.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I thought I did, but I didn't. Okay, we'll take a moment of silence, please. Okay, thank you. Roll call.
Councilmember Garcia.
Here.
Councilmember Sotola.
Here.
Councilmember Zavala. Here. Councilmember De La Fuente.
Here.
And Councilmember Gorno. No call?
There was no call from Councilmember Gorno. We need to make a motion to excuse or unexcuse.
I'll make a motion that he's on, that Councilmember Mark Gorno will be unexcused. I second the motion, unexcused.
I have a motion by Vera, seconded by Diana. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Okay. We need to vote in the meeting agenda, please.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting agenda.
I second the motion.
I have a motion by Sophie, seconded by Tootie. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Visitors' comments?
Rachel Velasquez, 9 Naples. So I guess this is going to go back to the 6 o'clock session since I wasn't able to say anything. But now that you do have a map of residential, commercial, and all of that, are you going to start looking into all the businesses that are being run out of the homes?
Yes, we are. And I think Sylvia has pretty much got a handle on most of the businesses that's being ran out of homes. There is a few that we're having issues with, but most of them are no longer doing that. But there is a few left that we're still working on. Yeah.
like the glass place by the Catholic Church?
Actually, that glass place has a business right here in town. It's right next to the Mexican store. He
Ixtapa.
owns the Ixtapa. That's
is
his
that
place. So
there?
he just sort of stores his stuff at his house. But he actually has a place over here.
So it's permitted and everything through the county?
Yes.
And through the city?
It's the class guy with the business license. That was actually somebody that Sylvia shut down for a minute because he didn't have a license.
One that just redid that, right there.
And the guy that's off the highway doing the mechanic?
We're working on that. Any other comments? Is there anybody online that wants to say something?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. We'll keep going. Okay, we need to vote in the consent agenda, taking off letter E.
I make a motion to approve consent agenda A through D and excluding E.
I second the motion.
I have a motion by Sophie and seconded by Diana. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. We have no public hearing, old business. Discussion of unexcused absence for council member. A. So this is a discussion for a council member. Let me go back to the dates here. For discussion of excusing or unexcusing August 10th, 2021. This is open for discussion.
I say we just leave it alone. It's already been passed as an excuse because he actually didn't call in, so I don't think we should change it.
I agree.
Unexcused.
Leave it unexcused. Okay, we need a motion for that. Right?
No, this is a discussion.
Okay.
It's already been an
It's
excuse.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll keep going. New business. A preliminary budget presentation. So I will leave it up to Joss and Jameson. Budget.
So, thank you, Mayor and Council. So I have for you the preliminary estimated expenditures for 2022. So for this estimate, we use the currently bargained COLAs and estimated about 20% of
Josh,
increase on the
excuse
insurance. Huh?
We don't have the papers. We didn't get a printout of the budget. Are we supposed to get a printout of that?
Yes.
Of the budget papers? Yeah, we didn't get those.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, sorry, we thought we made copies of them before the study session.
just give us two minutes. She's gonna
Okay.
give us some. Okay, Josh. I guess while she's doing that, we can go ahead and let's go ahead and come back to that in just 1 second. Let's go ahead and do B, and then we'll come back to A while Sylvia's out, okay? So, new business B, acceptance of YVCOG zoning map. Did you guys all understood that, and are all of you in agreement?
We are going up to be,
To be put,
yeah,
On the website, yeah.
on whose
it'll
website?
be the Yakima County Development website. Well, actually, it'll be I think YVCOG is doing it for them, yeah. So I think it'll be up on YVCOG and theirs as well.
I think that's good because we've had people interested in property and
Yeah, and they can say,
they
oh,
can look it up.
Amazon's gonna put a warehouse here, right there, look at that, perfect
Yep.
spot.
Yep.
Okay.
So everybody's good with that? Okay, so let's go ahead and make a motion.
Make a motion to accept a YVCOG zoning map to be advertised on the Yakima County Development website.
I second the motion.
Okay, I have a motion by Sophie and seconded by Diana. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Okay, so we'll just hold on 1 second. It won't take too long. Okay, Josh, we're ready now.
Slow down.
Okay, so as I was saying, so we estimated the current expenditures based on a couple things. So there was the COLAs in our CBAs, and then the estimated, we estimated a 20% increase on our insurance from paperwork that we got from the WCIA. So the main thing you'll notice is that we redistributed some of the salaries based on where staff are actually working. So if you want to look there, I know you just got it in hand, but the general fund, the cemetery fund, the street fund, and the EMS fund. So basically, everything on that first page is going to show a substantial increase in salaries. But it's mainly just been, like I said, shuffled to where, so that it's more accurate on where they actually were working. So just give it a look over. We're happy to answer any questions. But it's very preliminary still. We got a lot of work to do on it for the budget workshop on the 16th. Do we have any questions?
You'll see like in the street fund there, where like 2021 was 423,000, and then it dropped to 203. It's because there was a project in there. That's why it was so much, because we got some funding for Washington Street and a couple street funds. So that's why it looks like there's so much in there, because of the money that we got for the different things.
Okay, but just so we're clear, we haven't actually estimated our capital projects for 2022 yet. So there's more information to come on that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And so as you guys are looking through this budget and you have any question, just give Josh a call and maybe he can help you with anything that you have. If something comes up, tomorrow when you're saying, well, what is this? Just give Josh a call and he can sort of walk you through any questions you may have about that, Kate. Is there any discussion on it? Everybody okay with this?
I went through that too so fast that I can barely understand him. But what percentage was the COLA increase that they estimated?
I think the COLA increase is 3%, 3 to 5%. But the main thing that they increased is the insurance.
Josh,
20%.
what percentage of the
COLA is a standard 2% increase based on the CBA.
2%?
2%.
But one of the biggest increases we have in the city this year is our insurance. Everybody's insurance is going up. Even though we haven't had any claims, everybody's insurance is going. Some of them is going up like so high. It's like unbelievable, 5 times what they're paying. So, and it's just going across the board for insurance. So
did we decide where we're having our?
no, we're going to have that discussion right now. You're okay. Okay, well, if there's no, Jamie, did you have anything to add on this? Jamie Carmody?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. Okay, so I guess that is everything we have. We have staff reports. I'll start with one.
Okay. Good evening. I gave you guys a handout. It just basically explains some of the testing that we're going to be doing. We are behind on our lead and copper testing. So I reached out to the Department of Health and asked for some guidance on how we can stay in compliance with all of our testing. So they gave me the information that I needed, and before the end of the week, we should be all caught up. We'll be testing our lead and copper, which the bottle will be sent out tomorrow, and then we'll be picking them up Thursday and taking them to the facility. And then we'll also be testing for arsenic, volatile organics, and nitrates in all of our wells. And that's just so we can stay in compliance. Once we get all the results for those, then we have to create and submit our reports for certification so that we can put them on the city's website. I believe we have something on the website, or we can write something up and put them in the water bills. So the bottle will all have all the information needed. We've filled them out. The only thing the customer needs to fill out is the address, the date, the time. I believe that's it. So it'll be, I believe it's line 11 through 14, I think.
Right. And so also with this, I just want to show, so we have one for all of you guys. You guys are all on the list. All the city council are on the list to take a bottle. And so with the bottle, we have the part you guys need to fill out, which is the gray part right here at the bottom, right here. And then we have instructions on how you need to run your water in order to take the sample. And then we have it in Spanish as well. We couldn't get the little picture in this type in English. They didn't have it, but they had just a generic one in Spanish. So we put the generic Spanish one in there as well. So all the information is right here. And then our numbers up here if anybody needs anything.
Instructions, actually, you don't run the water, you just
No.
put it in right away.
Right. So with the instructions, what it says is first thing in the morning when you get up, before you run any water, you fill up the bottle.
And that's what we have to do, and then put it outside.
Yep. And then we'll come along and collect them and then take them to.
We don't have to fill nothing.
No, just the gray part. So it would be, you fill out line number 10, 11, 12, and 13.
I thought we was gonna highlight around that box, but we didn't get done. But I'll highlight around that box for everybody before we send them out in the morning. That way, everybody knows
They
which part.
collected one, that one right there?
That one right there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the part where you have to put who collected it, what time you collected it,
It will be
and
me.
sign. Or
With anybody else.
with the Department of Health and Ecology, everything has to, like, it goes from this hand to this hand to this hand to this hand. So once we pick it up from you, then our people will put, we picked it up at this time, and then we drop it off at this time. They have to have all that on there, so. And then Vera, if I can get with you first thing Thursday morning to let me into the GMA, because that's one of the test sites as well, okay?
And so we'll be sending out 15 bottles total, and we hope to get a minimum, we need 10 back. So if we can get 11 or 12, that'd be great. But at a minimum, we need 10 to get to take back. So that's what's happening with that sampling. Here early in October, we are having a meeting with the Utilities Commission on a project on 241 that could impact our traffic into town, because they're going to be working on I believe, the railroad. So once we get more information on that, we'll let you guys know, but traffic will probably be detoured through town because that crossing will be blocked. Yes. We have to schedule that with the mayor and meet with all of the utilities that are going to be affected and they're going to be involved, which is Department of Transportation, the railroad. We are in the progress of getting a quote with GNO and John Strait with North Star, which is a company that delivers our chlorine, to upgrade our storage tanks, and go from 2 tanks to 1 tank that can hold 500 gallons, and also introduce a water injection to see if it'll be less harsh on our pumping equipment. We just had our pump system repaired, but because it is 12.5% hypo, it is very strong and hard on all the parts, even though it's Schedule 80, industrial grade PVC. One of the advantages of going to this 500-gallon tank is we get charged for every delivery. And currently with the tanks that we have chlorine delivered every week. So we have a fuel surcharge for that delivery. So,
And it's big. It's not a little charge. It's like hundreds of dollars.
yeah, so in the long run, this tank will let us keep our capacity almost at double and reduce, the weekly deliveries. So as soon as that's done, we're gonna try to get that installed here probably before the end of the year. Especially since we finally got both our pumps working correctly and all our leaks there and everything fixed in the system. So if you guys have any questions, just stop me, because I'll just ramble. Okay. We have our pallet of asphalt ordered of our cold mix. Next week, we will be going to the city of Sunnyside and watching their operation on how they patch up their roads and getting some hands-on experience so that we can come and do it here. It'll be just a few hours, and we're just gonna see what kind of tools they use, their process of doing it. I know some of the larger areas are cut out and repacked. We don't necessarily have everything so we can do that, but we'll try our best and do as much as we can with what we're working with. Here in the next few weeks, we're gonna start slowly shutting down our mowing and our irrigation in the parks and start prepping for blowing out our systems and everything as well. So we'll be gearing up and switching direction from we'll still maintain our park and cemetery. It just won't be the weekly mowing. We're gonna try to focus on some of our alleyways and some of the other things that we necessarily haven't had time to do throughout the busy summer. So some of our equipment is still being repaired, and hopefully once that's done, we can start tackling some of the other issues in town.
I have a question there. Are you guys just gonna stop taking care of the grass and let it die before winter?
No.
Okay.
No, we're just not gonna be constantly, mowing every week. So we'll just cut back on the mowing. Yeah. And with the weather change, the grass doesn't grow as much either. So.
I have a question for you. You said alleyways. What are you talking about? All the garbage that's in the alley, or is it the people that live there should clean their alleys? Why has that not been done by the customer?
So I am going to look at the ordinance. I believe, so we maintain a certain percentage of the alley. If it's garbage near a residence, I believe it's the homeowner's responsibility. Tree limbs, grass clippings. So we maintain where our services are. And then I believe it's a 10 or 12-foot easement. Like I said, I'd have to look at what the ordinance for Mapton is, but there is no way we can clean the alley from one fence to the
Because
other.
I've noticed that some of the people that live in these homes, they've just been cutting the shrubs and the trees, and they just keep making a pile and pile and pile. I mean, they need to clean it up themselves. I don't think that you guys should have to.
Yeah, so we'll be looking at the ordinance and seeing what it does, and then we can also enforce that as well at that time.
Yeah. How come their own trees are just cutting in the alley? That's their job.
I really think they need to clean that up, not our boys.
I have a question. How about the one living on the sidewalk over here on the main street coming into town? All the garbage he has on the cement, on the sidewalk of the city. He's living in a tent there, and he's got like parked car with like all kinds of, he's got it fenced off with little rims, I believe.
Yeah, so our officer has actually looked into that, and we would have to get back to you on exactly what it is legally that we can do for that. Yeah.
Well, we were talking about it just because the tent is on actual sidewalk, which is walk of the city.
Yeah, it has been brought to our attention already, and it's being looked into. Yeah.
That's good.
That's it for staff reports.
Thank you.
Thank you. Josh, do you have anything?
No, ma'am. I think I'm good this time.
Okay, thank you. Sylvia?
I just want to remind you guys, we do have budget retreat October 16th. And
What would you guys suggest?
I won't be here.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do for the retreat? We do have it scheduled for October 16th,
What
like,
about a cruise?
I want to go to Leavenworth, but Jameson said we couldn't. Other cities get to go there for their retreat. So, I mean, there is a couple things we can do. We can go to a restaurant like we did last time. Not to that one. We could,
Does the casino have a room?
dude, you want us at the casino? You know what happened last time I went to the casino? I was all over Facebook.
We'll take pictures of all of us.
But yeah, they'll have the whole city. We'll all be spending Mapton's money. But I mean, wherever you guys want to go.
Local and see if we could have it at the only restaurant we have in Mapleton.
They don't have a conference room.
Oh, that's true, it would be too low.
Yeah. Denny's, don't they have a conference room? They have a little room in the back.
Denise does?
Denny's has a little room, as you come in, the restaurant, and then they have that little, can't we?
I can ask them. I can call them and find out.
That one and,
The biggest thing is like the last time when we got the one over there, she only wanted us to have it for an hour. So
Oh,
like
that's buffet one.
busy restaurants, they don't let you have it for hours and hours.
Chinese restaurant, my movie theater, they have a room in the back,
Oh, yeah, they do. That Chinese restaurant?
no?
what about over by the Sunny Spot? There's that little Mexican restaurant there, they got a conference room.
That's
By
over there,
the
right
car
next to
wash.
the
And the
mall.
car wash?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they have 2 rooms.
Yeah, they got good food there. I mean, I'm not gonna be there, but they have good food.
How about Conquistador then? They got good
There
food
too.
there.
Do they have a-
They do have a room in the back that they use for free. You just gotta order food from them.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
Shh, don't say
Okay, one of those.
Okay, so you guys get back with me and let me know, okay? We have one more, and I'll call you guys too. Maybe we can just, if you guys have a suggestion, let's see what we can do. And give me a couple different places. I'll call Denny's and see if they have something and we'll just go from there.
Yeah, I'll try to make some phone calls too and get some better places. So we have an idea, okay?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Not in Cleveland. Yeah,
They have a room in there.
you do, you don't.
Okay, so we'll keep going. So today we had our LNI meeting. Oh, hold on. Oh, sorry, Jamie Carmody. Do you have anything to say? You're so quiet tonight.
Well, it's all quiet on the legal front. So
Okay,
no reports.
thank you.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. That's what we want. Okay, so we had our LNI meeting today. As you guys know, they come in 6-8 months ago and slapped us with a whole bunch of stuff that they said we hadn't fixed and we actually had. And so they slapped us with a huge fine, like 40 grand. I appealed that fine.
Oh, last time you made.
Right, and that fine's been appealed. We had our appeal today, and he said that it looks pretty good. Hopefully, they will, I mean, the things they got us for, they got us for. I mean, we had nobody that knew confined spaces. We didn't have the confined space thing. They got us for that. They got us for some stuff that we just didn't have. So now we have it, and now we're good. And we actually complied with them within like 10 days, and we have like month, 6 weeks, something like that to comply. So they was pretty impressed that we had everything done, in such a short amount of time, and that we have fixed everything. We fixed it, everything that they've written us up for. A lot of things we got written up for is because we just didn't have them. But now that we have one, he has a lot of the certificates that we need to have as a city. And so, so a lot of them are going to go away, we're hoping. We'll know on Thursday or Friday what the results are from that. And so we'll let you know at the next council meeting how all of that went. It's pretty crazy because in the past, every year, the city just pays fine after fine after fine after fine. And now we don't want to do that no more. We're not paying fines. And they see that. LNI sees that. Everybody sees that. They see that we're really trying to do what we need to do. A lot of things that was wrong, we didn't even realize they were wrong because we're not safety people that work in a city, you know, we don't know what we're supposed to be looking for. But now that Juan's here, and he has caught a lot of things that wasn't caught. And so he's really doing good, guys. I mean, he's really doing good for our city. Some of our employees don't really care for him much because he's really making them work, and he's
I'm
putting
very
them
happy.
up. He's making them
I'm very happy
step
that
up
you are.
on the next level. And I mean, it's good for all of us. Yep. And everybody gets paid, so everybody needs to do their job. And Juan's doing really good, keeping me informed and letting me know that things are not being done. So he's a
Thank
good
you,
team
Juan.
player.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just want to add, it's a team effort. I did some other work, but a lot of it was already started by Sylvia and Jameson. Also, the biggest part is the implementation of what we already have started and to keep it going. I know the city budget-wise there's constraints and restraints on purchasing things, but we need to make sure that to avoid these costly fines is that we stay on the compliance side and stay proactive instead of reactive, and only handle situations once the state has been involved. Moving forward, I would like to continue that and trying to look for ways or look for areas where we can cut costs and bring in all that safety equipment, the training that the public works needs, because it is an infrastructure. A lot of what goes on isn't seen because it's underground. You know, a lot of what we have to do is supervised by the state. So a lot of times people will see things that they don't agree with, like 3 people standing and 1 person in the, you know, down in the confined space, and that is for safety reasons. It's not because everybody wants to stand around. It's in case something happens. There has to be enough personnel there to be able to rescue somebody. So that is what we want to continue in Mapton, is when we do purchase something, we purchase something that's gonna be here for the long run, you know, versus trying to find something that's economical because we don't have the funds necessary, and then we're replacing it again. Then we're essentially spending the money twice. So yeah, I think everybody in the city is chipping in their part, and moving forward, I think we can avoid a lot of these fines and make us more efficient in everything we do.
Yep. That map's already adopted. That's our map. Next thing I want to talk about is cameras. So we've put some cameras up around City Hall. We had the camera people come in, and they're in the middle right now of giving us an estimate. We're going to put cameras out at the cemetery. We're going to put 2 cameras here on the front of our building, so it will help cover the school district down both the streets and anybody that walks into our building. We're going to put cameras over at the city park. We want to try and hit this side of the park and hit the food bank because they keep tagging that food bank up. And then we'll have 1 camera at the bus stop so we can protect the kids in case something happens with that camera, and then 1 at the play area. And between all of them, they'll cover all of our equipment over there. And then we'll have 2 at the Fazell Park. So our city is about to get covered in cameras, and we should be able to protect people a lot better that way, especially the cemetery. You know, we need to really get the people that's going out there and causing havoc out there, because, I mean, come on.
Graffiti is awful.
Yeah. And they stole some headstone piece things. They stole like a big Virgin Mary statue off of the headstone out there. And
Did someone put
a couple
headstone
small
on the
headstones.
wrong one? Did someone actually move one?
No, not out here.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I know which one you're talking about, it's not that one.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we really need to like buckle that down and get them. We need to get them. We need to stop them. And so these cameras are going to be on a,
And my mom says, don't put away
We've had
inside the
enough.
building, or is it outside?
and they'll be all over.
My mom
So
says, don't
it'll
use it
really,
outside the building.
it'll work
Again,
really
the
well.
price quote right now.
Correct. They're all, we're going to get a quote. He should have it sometime
How
this
many
week.
cameras are you looking to get?
I haven't gone off.
Um,
I go,
Total? Let me think. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10.
So 2 at the cemetery, you said?
Yeah, well, there'll be actually 3 at the cemetery to cover each entrance of the cemetery and part of the cemetery. So there'll be a camera that can sort of cover that entrance and the front part of it, camera to cover this one and the front part of it, and then a camera off the side to cover the side entrance and that side of the cemetery. There will still be a couple of places that we don't get to, but there's no power up there, so it's just going to be a little bit harder. But all of the entrances and most of the land will be covered under those cameras. So, and the last thing that I want to talk about is dump day. I've had a lot of people ask me if we're having a dump day this fall. I think dump day last time went pretty good. I haven't gotten with Jameson or Josh on what it actually cost us during last dump day, because we did take a $5 charge on those, and see where we're at and see if we need to up it to 7 or leave it at 5. It really is going to depend on what it cost us and what we made, because we just got to make it where it's sort of washing out and we're not going upside down in the garbage fund.
That hasn't been figured out yet.
It might. I haven't really got with. Been very busy on this budget. Very busy on a couple different things. So she might even have it. I don't know. But the next council will come back to that. I'd like to try and schedule it like the end of October, like the 23rd of October or the 30th of October on a Saturday. I think November, it starts getting a little too cold.
yeah,
And the end of October, everybody's got their weeds pulled and their trees trimmed and all of that. So I'll bring that back to you at the next council and let you know where the financial part of it sits and where we ended up at this last one. And we can go from there. But just give me a date. What do you guys, I'm going to try and do it the 23rd or the 30th, but we have to, before we do that, we have to contact the Yakima Waste, see if they have that in their schedule and all of that, but either one of them.
Is that for clippings?
It could be for all land waste and garbage.
Everything.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Josh.
I just want to keep in mind that we just sent bills out. So we're not going to be able to put it on the bill until we go into October. So it's probably best to try and do it in November so that everybody knows.
Okay,
no, we probably should do it the first week of November before it gets
Okay.
colder.
like November 6th.
Mhm.
Okay, so I guess I won't have Josh do that no more because he don't do that no more. So I'll have Jerry, our new front clerk, work on that tomorrow and have him call him and see if that date is available.
Mayor, can I add something to that?
Sure.
We'll have to look into what it cost for tire removal. I believe all of the tires that were collected last year are still at well number 4. So we will be removing those here sometime this month as we're cleaning up the well. And we'll be transferring them over to the wastewater treatment plant storage area until we can figure out what we're going to do with them. So, because I believe there's an additional fee for tires. So if we have to go take them to the dump, it's gonna cost the city.
I thought they were gonna take them to Tri-Cities.
Somebody's supposed to pick them up or.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
What happened?
we was gonna take them to Tri-Cities. We had to take them by I think that Tuesday.
So,
And then we had people call in sick and
so there's some restrictions from how it was explained to me that they don't take them with rims. So the time it costs to take these off the rims, because we're not tire experts. It's going to cost a lot of money. So that's why all those tires are there, because that deadline wasn't met. I believe they were loaded and just weren't taken. So everything is sitting at, from last year, at well number 4.
Who dropped the ball there? No,
Shall we just
Employee.
not take tires and let them do
Oh,
their
yeah,
own?
no
Yeah.
more.
I don't think we should take them this time.
I don't think
Yeah.
we should take tires. Let's let them
Now,
do it.
No
now
tires.
we have to break them down.
Or if they're gonna bring tires, we gotta make sure they get taken where they're supposed to. And no rims on the tires, period.
Just charge more for tires.
Did we charge for tires?
Didn't we charge for the?
I think we did charge for tires.
We did, I think.
Yeah.
We charged like $2. I think it was,
$2,
They
$3
take,
more.
they
Whatever
charge you
it was.
$5 a tire.
whatever it was that the,
They charge $5 a tire.
whatever it was at the dump, I think that's what we charged for tires.
Yeah, I think it was like $3, I heard.
Yeah,
We
it was
charge
something, I know
$5
that
for a
they were
tire.
charged.
3 or 5.
That's what they charged me when I
I
went.
think we
The dump?
That's what they charged me $5. The
They
lady
charge-
charged me $5 for the tire
Per tire at the dump. So if
The
every-
dump in Granger, I mean,
in
yeah,
Granger.
if you take them to the other one, it's cheaper, because they don't have to transport it. If you take it to actual, because the one in Granger is just what's it called? Transfer station. The one in Granger is only a transfer station. So you put your garbage there and then they transfer it to the other one. So if you take it to the other one, then it's cheaper.
And
Even the
Noah?
garbage itself is cheaper if you take it to the other one. But it's farther away.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like,
I need to
So
get
we
back-
collected money for the tires, so hopefully it'll be enough to cover
Huh?
what we have to send them,
I've
take
had
them
a
now.
running
Laura,
note.
I
Yeah.
and I could
to
reach
ask
back
you-
out to the mosquito people too. You know, maybe they'll still take them.
I just had a question. On the October 16th, what are the hours for that budget? On the time, I didn't get it.
We haven't set a
Oh,
time yet.
okay.
We'll do that at the next, but we just want you to know that the 16th is gonna be the budget meeting. So you
Okay.
guys can, and usually it's, last time we done it from like, what, 10 or 11, and it lasted like 3 hours, but she kicked us out, remember?
Oh, that's right.
At the
yeah.
restaurant. She said, oh, you can't stay here too long.
And we're gonna aim for from 10 to 2.
In the two? Okay. There you go. Okay, you guys. have any-
Indicating to Josh that we did not collect enough money to cover the amount of the garbage dump day. So it did still cost the city a fair amount of money.
Can you get those actual amounts for us, Jameson? Because if it costs us, still quite a bit, maybe we need to raise it, like we was talking. We started at $5. If it's not sufficient, then maybe we can raise it to $7 or $8. So we're not so far upside
10,
down.
make it even.
I thought 10 would be fine.
Yeah.
You think 10?
It's
Yeah,
gonna
maybe
cost
we
them
can
more than
even-
that to get to the dump, and yeah, then you
Plus
gotta
your
transport
time
your
and-
gas and all that.
So,
yeah.
so if you can work on that for us, Josh, and let us know at our next meeting,
Okay.
so we know exactly where we were, and then we can figure out sort of what we need to charge to sort of wash it out.
Okay, yep, absolutely.
All right.
Because even 10, if we charge that here, they wouldn't have to drive out there, and it
Exactly.
would make things so
And
much.
10 is pretty cheap, because usually when we go to the dump, it's like 18 to
Yeah,
25.
it depends on how much heavy it is,
Yeah.
yeah. We have to weigh it. Here we don't weigh it.
So, okay, well, if we have nothing else, then we'll go ahead and close this council meeting at 7:44.
Good night, everyone.